they're going live.
Yeah.
Well then.
Swarup, change your name now.
I've done it. Can you guys suggest me where to do that?
Yeah. Go to participants.
Oh, okay. Add profile picture and all that stuff.
No.
Rename,
Go to
rename, rename. Got it.
participants. Click on your name. I mean, just move the cursor to your name and change. Click on more.
I got it. I got it. Is it
Yeah.
changed?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Perfect.
Rotaract Chaitanya waiting. Okay. It's live on my YouTube channel. There.
Hello. Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Aditya. So as this is a Rotaract event, I'm Rotaractor Aditya Vaidya, President of Rotaract Club Alliance University, and along with me is President of Rotaract Club of Mount Carmel College, Isha Goswami. So in Rotaract fashion, let's start this event, and thus I call this meeting to order. I now hand over this event to the moderators for this event, that is Rotaractor Sanjeevani from Rotaract Club of MCC and Rotaractor Rajeshwari from Rotaract Club of Alliance University. All the best, and let's have a good event.
Awesome.
Thank you, sir. Hello, everyone. Before we begin the webinar, I'm going to read out to you some of the ground rules so that it happens to be a smooth event for all of us. So everyone is requested to mute themselves. This is to avoid any kind of disturbances in the show flow. I also request those who are joining in now to kindly mute themselves. Thank you. We have allotted separate time for Q&A sessions. If you have any questions to ask, please hold them to yourself and post it on the chat box. As the Q&A session begins, Rajeshwari and I will read the question out to the speaker. We recommend you to sit with a small notepad and a pen so that you can make a list of things that you might find valuable during the session.
So, hello everyone. I hope it's going to be a good, cheerful evening. And hi, Swarup. I hope you're doing well.
Yeah, I'm doing awesome. How about you?
I'm doing amazing. And all of us are really excited for this event. And we're really looking forward to learn a lot from you because your story has been really inspiring, like how after 2.5 years, you've been graduated from Alliance University. And then you soon became a social media coordinator for the university's platform.
Yeah.
And then also Swarup has also been skilled in ClickFunnels, copy, Facebook ad strategies, sales funnels, and team building. After which he's been a strong marketing professional. And you know what, guess what? He's the founder of High Income Tribunal, which is gives a limited access to private group where he trains digital marketing enthusiasts to pay high paying clients. So I think, Swarup, let's make it interesting. Everyone introduces each other, but let's have something interactive and let me question you about something. So yeah, our participants are really quite excited to have you here, and we've had a lot of questions bouncing up and a lot of new interesting things. So yeah, but the most asked question, which I was keen about, is how someone like you, who is a mechanical engineer, get into digital marketing, and how did you scale your business from exactly 3 years and you scaled up your business? How? That's interesting.
It is interesting. Thanks a lot for interaction. Actually, thanks a lot, Rajeshwari and Sanjay and Aditya. First of all, I should say thank you, Pranavi, for giving this opportunity along with everyone. Yeah, in the Rotaract clubs of both Mount Carmel and Alliance University. Yeah. So coming back to the question you asked, yeah, I was a member of Rotaract club too when I was in Alliance University, and yeah, I had a lot of opportunity to work with different kinds of businesses all around the world. Once I graduated from my university, I started working in the university as a social media representative. I used to, as a social media trainee, I handled few Facebook ads and all that stuff, and did a lot of campaigns for Alliance University while I was a part of Alliance University. Then I worked in Alliance University. Yeah, after that I started my own agency. Like, I wanted to provide digital marketing services for different businesses out there which were actually struggling to scale up online. They were pretty successful offline. I used to in the initial stages I used to handle breweries and restaurants in Bangalore. I used to handle Big Brewski at a point. We in fact ran ads for their New Year events. You might, if anybody would have attended those. So a lot of things initially happened just in Bangalore. Then I realized, like, you know what, I could scale up by providing services virtually, because digital being, you don't have to be, because of being digital, you don't have to be stuck to one particular place or stuck to one particular business or something like that. So I saw some opportunity out of India, in US and UK and different kinds of different parts of the world. I worked with clients from South Africa. Then I just used platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and different other social media platforms where they it used to let us connect with many people. Social media and internet just became a medium, but at the end of the day, it was all about the connections that you make with anybody. So while I was in Alliance, I used to be friends of almost everybody. Like, I used to meet everyone. I used to greet everyone. I used to literally know a lot of students who were my friends. I used to make friends with almost every new day. I used to meet at least one new person. So that's what I did when it came to my business aspect. Every day I used to meet somebody new, and it gave me a lot of contacts. Those contacts and connections gave me more and more exposure to the outer world, where I could learn a lot about digital marketing and how do we basically sell things at the end of the day. So yeah, I was a mechanical engineer. It was so much fun when I was doing mechanical. I was not a horrible student that I had to leave mechanical and then get into this. I really had fun while I was doing my mechanical engineering projects. I did a lot of cool projects while I was in my mechanical engineering part. But this is something which was very close to my heart. I did a YouTube video initially at the initial part of my life. I did a YouTube video, and literally it blew up. I mean, it was not so great video. I just danced. I used to be into dance and all that stuff. I danced on a video, and suddenly that video blows up, and many people they started recognizing me, that, you know what, that video was yours. I've seen you in that video. And few of the albums for which I danced, those companies used to reach out and introduced me the option of being an influencer, like in the influencer marketing niche. They wanted me to perform for their albums, and they were offering me to basically literally, they said, we will pay you if you keep performing on those particular songs and all that stuff. That's when I realized, if they are paying me for making me famous, that means they must be making a lot in the back end, right? So that's where my monetization, I don't know, it must be a trigger, or it must be something which basically triggered me, like, let's look into the bigger aspects. Like, if they are making more money by doing this, so why don't I do this? Like, then I looked at the business aspects of those, then I went behind those. Yeah. So that's when I transferred from a YouTube video to I started providing services for people, how to make YouTube videos, how to make their Instagram profiles look so good so that their businesses used to thrive and all that stuff. I started from there. Then I learned the backend systems of how exactly a sale happens, how exactly can you sell, whether it is a product or a service online using these social media platforms. That's when I started learning. So yeah, that's the entire story. That's where, from mechanical engineer to digital marketing, it was one YouTube video which changed everything. Yeah.
Okay, so that drives me to another question. What about your parents? Like, did they allow you to get into this industry, or Was there like a loophole? Like everyone's parents are like, no, you're supposed to become a doctor, an engineer. What about the degree? So
Of course.
how did you go about it?
Of course, people went mad. I mean, my mom was like, "What?" My dad was like, "I took loan for your bloody studies and stuff like, and now you are doing this." I told, "Look, you took loan like for the studies. I understand. I learned a lot. I made a lot of connections, which are actually helping me now. I mean, my college life has been amazing. I was all over the place. I made a lot of connections. I learned a lot with the mechanical space that I actually was there for. I was not there to get a job at the end of my engineering or something. I was there to enjoy my college life and stuff. That's what I told them. They were pretty much shocked. They were like, "What about a job? What about campus placements? What about getting us salary every month and all that stuff?" I was like, "No, I didn't concentrate on those aspects." But at the end of the day, when I figured this is something that I would want to be doing, I told them, see, dealing things with parents are quite critical. It's like when we were born, they decide, oh my God, this guy is like, think about it from their perspective. They have done everything for you all throughout your life. They're like, hey, they would have dreamt so much about you. Like when you were 6 years old, they would be thinking, hey, I think my son will one day become an astronaut when I wore something like a Superman or something like that or something like that. And then when I was 10 or something, when I was doing very good at when I was being good at mathematics or something like that, they would feel, oh my God, my son is going to become some engineer who would do some crazy maths and stuff. And when the worst part is, you shouldn't get good marks when you are in 10th class or 11th class. What happens is immediately their expectations hit rooftop, and then they will be like, oh my God, this guy is going to get into IIT and this guy is going to kill everything and all that stuff, right? So all those things happened with me. So they have a lot of expectations at the end of the day. Suddenly, if I go to them after my engineering and tell them, hey, you know what, I am not going to be an engineer, I'm going to be making some YouTube videos and stuff for clients and make them money, they will be astonished. They'll be like, dude, why would you even want to do that? There is no safety net. It's entrepreneurship. It's not something that anybody in your family has done in the past. Nobody's dealt with businesses and all that stuff. They were all, but you know what, I was pretty strong with my intuition. I was like, I think I can pull it off. It's okay. In the worst case scenario, what would happen? In the worst case scenario, I will have to land a job, right? And I was pretty sure, because I already had a job when I was in my 4th year of engineering. Alliance University offered me a job, which was pretty much good. I mean, they used to pay me really well. I mean, way more than what a normal engineer gets. So they used to pay me a lot, and I used to be pretty happy with what they used to pay. So I knew in the worst case scenarios, I can land a job, right? So I was like, why not give it a try? I mean, I'm young. Like, what would happen? Nobody's dependent on me right now. And I was like, let me take this risk. Then I started taking risk by leaving my job, which was paying me so much. I mean, if you see a lot of money at the age of 21 and 22, it's so hard not to take it. So but I left that job. I stopped doing that. Then I started searching for clients who would be interested in giving me an opportunity to handle their social media, so that I can actually position their brand in such a way that they get more exposure online and they get sales. And I would want to be like, proving them um, that because of my effort that I put on your social media, you got so many sales and your brand is actually growing, right? That's what I was trying to prove. But yeah, parents was an issue. Eventually, now I'm at a stage where I'm paying my own rent. So ever since I uh, got out of my job, I was already earning money, right? So I had to live in my own apartment. I was supposed to take care of my own food and everything, right? You get to take care of yourself. So that happened with me when I was 22. I literally had to get out of the house and I had to live by myself. I had an apartment where I basically managed everything by myself. So every month, my goal was to make sure I pay my rent and get things done. So I used to knock each and every business in Kormangla. Like in Kormangla, if you know any kind of restaurant in Bangalore, I literally went and I asked them, hey, you know what? I can handle your social media and I can get you more sales. I can bring in more customers for your tables, which are on your in your restaurant and all that stuff. I did all that kinds of things. One fine day, I got an opportunity to work with really good clients, and these clients never used to pay in time. But still, somehow, I went through that phase. Then I'm in a phase where right now I am earning really well. I mean, I got a lot of clients. So after 3 or 4 months of lot of struggle, I figured out what was the scene, and I started getting clients and I started charging them high. And I knew what they were looking for. It's just not about publishing something on social media. It's about calculating the return on investments. As a business owner, at the end of the day, they don't want likes on social media, they don't want followers on social media, they don't care about any of those. What they care at the end of the day is how many products sold or how much money did they make. That's what it matters for a business owner, right? So I started looking into those aspects. That's when things worked. That's when things worked, and I started making good amount of money. Yeah. And then now parents know that I'm making good enough money and I'm living by myself. They understand that, okay, this guy is doing something. I mean, they told, okay, do anything for 2-3 years, like we'll see. But I didn't actually uh, care a lot. I just went with my intuition. Yeah.
That seems like an interesting journey where you fell down, and then when you got to learn what life is really about, and then
Yeah,
where you had to manage by yourself, getting bombarded by other people, like that was the journey.
exactly. I used to live on my girlfriend's pocket money, literally. It's kind of weird, but yeah, there were phases like that. There were months where I didn't have any revenue coming in, but there were really good months which could feed me for 2 years at least. So all those things happened with life.
So would you call digital marketing a stable industry for someone to get in, like all by yourself? Like the risk you've taken, I don't think everyone's actually going to take that risk and jump in. So do you really call it a stable industry?
See, as of now, what is a safe industry? Current in this current situation, nothing is a safe industry. Suddenly, coronavirus came in, and all kinds of businesses got affected, right? But the only business which didn't get affected is my business, because I was completely handling online customers who were making online coaching stuff. My business actually increased by 5x. I mean, I started making 5 times more money than normal ever since coronavirus, started. And all these pandemic issues have been coming in. But that's the deal, right? What is safe currently? Like, if as long as the regulator is in your hands and you know what you're doing, that's the safest job that you do. If, let's say, you are working in a software company, suddenly the software company's income, or like somehow it got affected because of, let's say, coronavirus, and you are losing your jobs. Is software company a safe net? Is a safety net? No, it's not. All of the very good employees who are working in big institutions I know of, they're receiving half of their salary, and they're receiving salaries 2 months later, 1 month later. I don't think that is safe. I think the safest career is when you have the control in your hand, when you know it's not being affected by any other parameter except you. That's the safest place to be in. That's the safest revenue stream that you can have, whether it is about revenue, whether it is about your full, like, when you take a decision of what you want to be doing, there is no regret, there is no blame, there is no headaches, right? It's up to you. Even if you fail, at the end of the day, you're the only one to be blamed by yourself. Nobody else cares. Does it make sense? I mean,
It absolutely does, because I think everyone's really scared. Like after the pandemic has hit us so hard, it's like all industries, as you mentioned, the CEOs have been thrown off because the salary is so much high and other people are getting paid half. There's so much of ongoing issue which is happening, and there's so much of rivalry in the industries, and people are
exactly.
actually looking forward to new jobs where they can actually stay stable and get something nice. So here brings me to the next question. What should anyone who's aspiring into the field actually do? Like what are the steps or procedures
Oh,
you would guide
that's a
them
really
through?
good question. So basically, if you want to get into digital marketing, at the end of the day, what you need to understand is basically human psychology. That's the number one base of it. If you understand how human reacts if they see a particular post, that's what advertising is all about, right? Like, if you see a very cool guy drinking some kind of beverage, and if Amitabh Bachchan literally eats a dairy milk, dairy milk industry literally from zero, it went to somewhere else because of Amitabh Bachchan's ad, right? That's because they knew people would listen to somebody like Amitabh Bachchan, right? And why? Because he's a celebrity, and he's somebody who has been in the field, and he looks, and he's somebody who can convince them, you know what, it's safe to eat, right? There was an issue with dairy milk at a point where people stopped buying dairy milk because dairy milk was looked at as they had some chemical, which, like how Maggie was banned and
Lead.
all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like that, dairy milk had an issue like that in the 1990s or something like that, 1990s and 2020, near 2000s. So when that happened, they used Amitabh Bachchan. Like they knew that, you know what, Amitabh Bachchan is the one who people will relate to and eat it. If Amitabh Bachchan is eating it, probably it's safe for me too. They started eating it too, right? So it's all about the psychology first. If you understand how human behavior works, that's the number one thing. And then I should say it's all about hard work. If you're willing to put in the work, then you come into this field. Because once you come into the field, digital marketing is so vast, you need to understand where you would want to be fitting in. If you are a generalist, like nobody calls me a digital marketer, because if you are called digital marketer, you are not a specialist, you are a generalist. It's like going to a doctor, like if you go to a normal clinic, how much would you pay him maximum? You would pay him 300 rupees for a normal checkup. It's a normal consultation. But if you go to a heart surgeon or a neurosurgeon, what happens? They are specialists at what they do. They are not general physicians, right? So when it comes to digital marketing, you can get expertise in different sectors. There is email marketing, there is SEO, there is Instagram marketing, closing calls in the DMs, closing deals in the DMs, closing and doing closing calls on phone, and closing deals which are worth thousands of dollars and getting affiliate commissions out of it. There are different things that you can do in the space of digital marketing. For you to figure out what is your strength, that's going to take some time. You can run Facebook ads, you can write blogs, you can do different kinds of things, guys. But what you need to understand basically is, where do you think I'm going to fit in? What is my strength? If your strength is, let's say you are really good at English, writing English and understanding the concept using certain words which could sell to certain, if there are words that sell, right? Those are the guys who are called copywriters. Copywriters are the biggest deal in digital marketing, are the biggest deal, because there are 3 high income skills. If you look at in digital marketing, one is writing copy, 2 is speaking, 3 is closing, right? You should be great at writing copy, you should be great at speaking, and you should be great at closing deals are completely different, right? It's a different concept of, if you are speaking with a customer, you would want to let them know, hey, you know what, this is the deal, would you want to take it or not? At that particular point, when it reaches the closing point, you have to be a good closer, you have to take their money, right? That these 3 high income skills are very necessary, and you need to be working hard for a fact, because you need to be learning no matter what. All throughout the time, you will be in a learning phase where you'll be learning so many new things which are so cool, because just because of an Instagram update, the entire campaign might change. Does it make sense? Just because of Instagram coming up with a hashtag option, Volvo's campaign recently changed completely. Twitter has this hashtag thing. So what they did when the Super Bowl was happening, they just used different hashtag. Like they said, hey, if you see any kind of advertisement on on television, or even in the stadium, you hashtag Volvo contest and we will give you a gift or something like that, right? It's a giveaway. So every new feature that adds up to any kind of platforms that we use in digital aspects, they are going to change a lot of campaigns, a lot of strategies, the way you sell things, everything is going to change. So yeah, I must say things are like this. Things are pretty much, you need to be updated all the time. Once you are ready to get updated, once you have that zeal of, yes, I want to be a marketer, yes, I want to be doing all these things, these are the first important things. And you need to be prepared, that you're going to learn throughout, no matter what.
Okay, so let's come down to the major question. What is digital marketing and what are the major components it holds, and how do you really want to tell us what it is about?
Okay,
So, because a lot of people here.
How long can you give me to explain this aspect? Because I can speak about this for years together if I want. So,
I think
okay, let me explain you. in a gist, right? So digital marketing, where did this come from? Traditional marketing has been there from very long time back. There has been traditional marketing for years now, not years, like, I mean, for probably centuries, ever since, even if Romans wanted to tell them, like, you know what, hey, there is an event happening in the Colosseum, come there. Even that's marketing, right? So the marketing systems have changed from traditional to today's life. The only deal is psychology has been the same, but the mediums changed. Now, digital marketing is completely when you take the entire marketing system digitally, right? Because on an average day, like a human on an average spends 2.5 hours on his mobile and on Instagram, on Facebook, 3 hours. Like they spend a lot of time on that. Let me give you a small example how digital marketing has changed, right? The first ever ad ran on a television, which we call direct response marketing. What is direct response marketing? You ask them, hey, would you want this? We will give you this. So that's what a television ad looks like. The first ad happened, I think, in US for a watch brand, and that brand literally did a 10-second video in the halftime break of a Super Bowl match again, right? That was the first ever ad that was out there in direct response ad that was ever out there in the real digital space. That is because it was digital, right? It was on a television. Now the digital word, it evolved a little bit, because when we call about internet marketing, now it is an internet marketing phase. It's no more just digital. Here you're using your mobile phone as your main target. You're using internet, people who are consuming content on laptops, on computers, on mobile phones, on different kinds of iPods, all such kind of devices that people are using. We are targeting these audience. Now the marketing aspects have just moved from a normal a normal traditional way of putting out banners. Now there are no more banners. Like if you see, day before yesterday I was coming in the airport road. Whenever you go onto the airport road, you know that there are very heavy banners on left and right side. If you're in the airport road, they know you can afford a lot. You see a lot of Apple products, banners and holdings of them, and any kind of expensive stuff like Jeep and different kinds of companies like Wrangler. All these big companies, they will have their holdings around airport area. If you have to have a banner in the airport road, it costs you 2.5 lakhs per month, depending on what kind of size you are. On an average, the minimum is 2.5 lakhs to have a banner in the airport road of Bangalore. But if you can spend the same, you can actually calculate all the ROIs, number of people who saw your video or who saw your ad, all those things in a digital aspect. What people expect when they put out a banner online on a road like that is basically, okay, let's say 10,000 people pass by every single day on that particular banner. Out of that, let's say 5,000 people look at it, and probably 100 of them might call us and seem interested in it, and 10 people might call us. If 10 people call them, probably 2 or 3 people could close the deal. Like if you see the real estate companies, all these huge builders and all those guys, they all use these banners all throughout the time. I was coming in the airport road and there was no banners at all, because each banner costs a lot, right? And because of coronavirus, nobody's going out. So there is no point of having a banner out there, because they have to be spending 2.5 lakhs per month minimum based on what they're doing it. But on social media, you can literally spend 500 rupees and check how many people are interested in your product or not. Literally on Facebook ads in India are so cheap. You can literally ask them, hey, would you want to purchase my course on, let's say I'm a juice maker, right? I want to teach you how to make juice. And would you want to be purchasing a course which I make around that? You can test it with 500 rupees if people are interested or not. I'm not even kidding. So that's the level of what are the advantages of being digital is this. There, you cannot calculate number of people who are being interested in you in traditional marketing. In digital marketing space, you can basically target number of people who are looking at your something that you are trying to sell, right? You might be trying to sell anything, like you might be selling an online course, you might be selling a product, you might be selling any kind of different aspects that you find online or offline or whatever you would want to sell. You can sell it. It's just that medium changed from a traditional aspect to a digital aspect. If you want to be running ads on social media, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, all these guys let you run ads as an account. You don't need any kind of special authorization to run ads and check if people are really interested in that product or not. It is as simple as that. So that's how people make money, right? They know their course is worth, let's say, 45 rupees. What will they do? They spend 500 rupees and get 15 buyers. First time they would not make money, but next time when they keep updating what their messaging is, what their offer is, they can literally get tons and tons of return on investment. If they put 500 in, they could make 1,000 rupees. If they put 1,000, they can make 2,000. If they put 20,000, they can make 40,000. So here in what digital marketing lets you do is calculate these ROIs and put in the money and get the money back. That's what digital marketing is, I should say. It's all about communication. Yeah.
So what do you have to say about the different types of digital marketing, like you mentioned prior? So
Yeah.
how would you elaborate them, and what if one is interested in a particular field? How would they actually fetch income? Like, if you could elaborate on that, please.
Yeah, sure. So basically, if you look at digital marketing space, there are different opportunities that people have. It all comes from what do you want to be? Would you want to be working for a company as a digital marketing person who's handling digital marketing of that particular company, or would you want to have a business by yourself, or would you want to be a freelancer and like, get not paid well and all that stuff? But if you want to do something uh, of really high class, like you want to hire someone and do something, there are different ways of going about it. A few of those things are like one is affiliate marketing. Have you guys heard about affiliate marketing? Affiliate marketing is like somebody has a product, but you sell them in your name and you get commissions for selling this. Does it make sense? Because they have to be spending a lot of money in marketing, they don't want to be the ones. If you get them a sale without their marketing money spent on, they would give you the marketing money, right? So that's how they give the commission. So 20% commissions, 40% commissions on different products. So you just have to sell. You don't even have to have a product, right? How many of you heard e-commerce, drop shipping, and selling stuff online and all that? There are different platforms to do it, right? For example, drop shipping is, let's say you have a product in China, which you know that, hey, this product is super cool and I would want to sell this product in US and actually make money out of it. What would you do? You go to Chinese websites like AliExpress or Alibaba, and there are certain tools like Shopify and different tools which allow you to literally sell that product sitting in India. You can sell the product from China in US and you can take the profits out of them, right? Isn't that cool? So that is e-commerce, which is basically Shopify. There is affiliate marketing, e-commerce aspects of making money, and then you can provide services that people are looking for. Now, when it comes to digital marketing, if any business wants to take their business online, they need few elements in place. Like they'll need a website, they will need traffic, which is basically not Sillyboard kind of traffic. It's just a number of people who would come into their website and see what is out there, right? So like that, we can run Facebook ads, we can do organic outreach, we can do email marketing to get all these leads into, somewhere where we can sell onto your website. So they need website, they need copy to be written on their website. I mean the content which goes in there. So they need those people. They need people who can manage social media, how they can manage their publishing on a daily basis, what has to go up on their YouTube, what has to go up on their Instagram, what has to go up on their Twitter. They are looking for such kind of people too. And at the same time, they're looking for closers, the ones who can actually close deals in their Instagram DMs, in their Facebook DMs. There are different ways of going about it. So you can either be providing services and make money, or at the end of the day, marketing is all about making money. And I will talk only about making money, because it's all about, if you sell, that's the whole point at the end of the day. But yeah, why do you actually make money is to make sure you impact, whether you want to impact in a proper fundraising way, or if you want to do something for people out there, you need to be financially sound. Only then you will be able to impact. So that's why making money upfront is the most important thing. So for that, as I told you, you can do all of these things to get into digital marketing. The best way of getting into digital marketing would be to learn by providing services. You provide services, first learn what you can possibly provide them. Let's say you learned how to build a website. From there, you start providing them that building of your website services. You don't need to be a tech savvy. You don't need to be somebody who knows coding and all of that to build out a website right now. In these days, it's all pick and drop, pick and drop. How many of you know Canva here? I'm sure many of you know Canva. You guys use Canva. How does that work? You pick and drop, you have your design, right? That's basically a Facebook ad that we create. We use Canva to create Facebook ads sometimes. That's as simple as that. You need to basically learn and start providing services to clients, show them some money because of your efforts. That's the best way to get into digital marketing. But there are different aspects too, where your money will be involved, like e-commerce, affiliate marketing also. Yeah, because you're going to be spending your money on Facebook ads, affiliate marketing. Email marketing is a skill that you would want to learn. As I told you, providing services. If you are good at something like this, probably you might land a job in a very good institution who are looking for somebody who is good at building sales funnels. Do you understand sales funnels? Anyone? This
No.
is something, okay, this is something which, see, I understand things are going too techno babble. It's like, it's a lot of technical things that I'm speaking here. I'm trying to mellow it down as much as possible. Let me explain you. So right now in the internet marketing thing, sales funnel is the biggest deal. If you have sales funnels, you can sell a lot of things. How sales funnel and a website, right? These two, how you guys know what a website is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you guys know what a website is. Now, what is a sales funnel? How is it different? Is something that you should know. That because right now that is the most hot thing in the digital marketing space. Now, let's say you go to a store and there is nobody saying hi to you or wishing you or anything. There are all the products that you're looking for. You went and you picked up your product that you wanted and went to the cash counter, swiped your own card and finished and came back. That's a website. There is just security. There are things all over the place. You don't know where it is. You had to search for it a lot of time, and you basically found that product, took it out, you paid and came out. That's a website. But if you ever been into any kind of high-tech showroom, let's say I'll take example of let me take an example of Apple for that matter, because recently, now if you go into an Apple store, what will happen? Hey, you are looking for a mobile phone. One salesperson will come to you and ask, hello sir. He'll greet you and he'll tell you, so what are you looking for? Are you looking for an iPad, iPhone, a Mac? What are you looking for? Then you will tell them, hey, I'm looking for an iPhone. Then he'll ask you, what kind of features are you looking for? Are you looking for 128 GB version, or are you looking for 256 GB version, or are you looking for 11 Pro, 11 this? He'll ask you all these things. What is his duty out there? His duty is out there is to make sure you buy that product. He will make sure that you buy that product, because he'll tell you, sir, there is a new offer out there and this USP is much better. If you are choosing for 11 Pro 120 GB, he would tell you, ma'am, the space would be an issue down the line. Better take 256 GB because it will be helpful. And it also has a bigger screen. So if you are trying to spend only 60,000 on 128 GB, he will make you spend 75,000 on 256 GB. Does it make sense? That's his main thing. As a salesperson, he does that. But as soon as he finishes selling your iPhone, does he leave you there? No. What will he ask? You just purchased a very expensive phone. Would you want to purchase a case for it? Our Apple cases are 3,000 rupees, which are like super awesome. It won't break and all that stuff. Would you want to purchase a case? And he will sell you the case. And then he will sell you, sir, you don't have a screen guard. Just please purchase a screen guard. Otherwise, screen toot jayega. And then he will sell you the screen guard. Then what happens? So you know what? We provide Apple production plan, which basically during this next 12 months, if it breaks, we will repair it for free at any point. Now that protection plan for that you have to pay 5,000 rupees extra. So what did he do? You went there to just take the mobile phone and come out. In that, their profits are only probably 10% or 15% or 20%. But when you purchased a case from them, which is normally worth 20 rupees, when you purchased at 3,000 rupees, they made a lot of money on that. And then you also purchased their case. You also purchased all of these things, right? And what did he do? He basically upsold things. You went for something, and he also upsold many things. At the end, he could also tell you, sir, you know what? In iPhone, you won't even get earphones anymore. Would you want to check out our AirPods Pro, jo naya aaya hai, which is 28,000? There are people who would purchase it. At that point, there are people, they will purchase because they have money, and they would be like, yeah, it makes sense. Let me take one, and then they'll take that, and also So this is called upselling. If you take this system of selling things one after the other, because every product that you purchase comes with a problem. If you solve that problem with one more product, you can even sell that. That is the basic concept of selling things online. Any product you take, it will have a problem. If you take a pencil, he'll ask you, आपको eraser चाहिए, नहीं तो sharpener चाहिए, बोलेगा, because you will need it, because it comes with a problem. If you write with something, you can't just erase it. There is a problem in it, and tying to that, this is a basic science, right? Even our bookstore guy knows it. If you buy a book, he'll ask you pen chahiye kya, and then if you want sharpener, if you want all that things, right? So if you take this entire system online, that's when we call it a sales funnel. As soon have you guys seen these days somewhere where you are on a website trying to purchase something, and you clicked on it, and they say, hey, your billing is not yet over, check out our new offer in which there is 60% off in the next product? Does it make sense? So these are called sales funnels. So there is a huge demand for people who can actually build profitable sales funnels. That's what I am building for people, depending on what their product is. If they have water bottle, I'll sell them water. If they have water purifier, I'll sell them cleaning brush or something like that. So all such kind of things that you lay out, it's super interesting. It's super amazing. When you keep working on different things, you'll have to find all these things. It's super cool stuff.
Listening to all this, like, we actually realize when they're trying to sell us different kind of things, and then we get doomed down. That's really interesting. So
exactly.
How's your day-to-day like if you have to market, and how does that go about?
Oh, okay. That's something that you might not like. So my day-to-day life, it is in my control. It is like whenever I want to go out for a vacation, I'll be out on a vacation. If I want to spend time with my dog, I'll be spending time with my dog. But here is a deal, right? As I told you in the initial stage, the regulator is in your hands. The more work you do, you make more money. So I like more money, so I do more work. But if you don't like more money, you work less and you do little bit. That's about it. So my day-to-day life right now, from morning, these days, because of coronavirus, that there is a lot of demand in the job that I'm doing. There is a lot of work which is happening. I am currently working till almost night 12, 1, 2, depending on my client calls. So daily I'll be speaking to clients from US, UK. Their timelines are completely different. They are comfortable at 1 a.m. my time, and my times, like, I'm not comfortable at certain times. So currently I have huge people working, whom I'm working with. They are actually millionaires who want to make 10 million in the next month, $10 million actually. So they would want to make $10 million next month, and then they would want to make more and more revenues. So I just can't ignore them. I'm still in a learning phase. I'm still in a phase where I'm not like super awesome or something. I'm just 3 years into it, right? So there is a level of awesomeness that I'm maintaining in front of them. So I want to make them really more money so that I can go out and launch my courses and all that. So my day mostly goes with a lot of calls, and I'm teaching on my group. So sometimes I do a lot of live videos on my group, and yeah, I started running these days. I became too fat because of working only in front of computer. Like, I have nothing to do. I'll be sitting here and all working. So there has never been some kind of mobility in my life. So I'm trying to look into some fitness. But yeah, it's up to you. It's in your hands how much you want to work. And there is also one more concept of delegating work. If you are really good at delegating a lot of work to one particular person, hey, you know what, you need to finish this, you need to finish this, you need to finish, you get a lot of time. If you learn the art of delegation, you get a lot of time. If you don't want to be delegating them because you love your product so much, then you don't have a choice. You have to work a lot. I sleep I don't sacrifice my sleep. If I sleep at 3 a.m., I sleep till 10 a.m. Or if I sleep at 11, I sleep till 6. Depends. So yeah, that's how things work. It mostly on calls and mostly on, well, yeah.
That looks like a rough day altogether. But here's a
And
question
it's
for you,
not
Udit.
rough actually. When you love doing what you do, right? When I'm on calls with these clients, it's awesome. They're talking about a new product launch and they're like, hey, you know what, Swarup, we have to give this bonus and that bonus and let them send this email. And you know what, we got 200 likes in that particular post. These are super awesome. Like, these will keep you running. It's fun. It's not too rough. Yeah.
You make
I
me
love to
want to
get
come in the industry, like listening to you. I think a lot more of us as well want to go in the industry and
yeah.
boom out like you.
Of course. I mean, I should tell you one thing. Any business you are in or any kind of service you're going to be doing, digital is no more a luxury or something that you would look up to. It is a necessity. Because in this particular scenario, you have to, no matter what you do, whether you're a mechanical engineer, I'm not sure if you guys can follow my mom. My mom, she's a scientist in Silk Board. You should see her Facebook posts. Every day she uploads everything that happens in her things, and all of their teammates, everybody knows, because I just told her, you know what, you need to keep publishing is very important. I tell her, and she she's more savvy on Facebook than me, because I don't get time to work on myself. She's working on herself, she's posting a lot of things. And yeah, I mean, it is really cool. It is necessary for her to showcase that her branch is doing really well in front of the government, right? Sometimes she tags MPs and MLAs, showing that she made so much revenue with her branch of Silk Board or whatever it is. So it is no more like, should I do it or should I get into it? You have to get into it at a point. That's the future, at least for the next 20 to 35 years.
Okay, so do we
Yep.
have to be niche specific when in digital marketing? Like when you call a position yourself as an expert, is it
Yes.
respective to any niche or an industry?
Yes, as I told you, you need to be a specialist. You don't want to be called a generalist. Do you want to be? I mean, if you, whenever in any field, if you are called as a generalist, you won't get paid that well. If it is all about revenue and making all that stuff, it's, you need to get paid well. And for that, you want to make sure that you are a specialist. And what do I say? Like, specialist and niche specific, are they both are very similar. For example, if you are too good at online products, or like, let's say, what are you guys good at? Let's say I'm good at dance, right? I can niche specifically have a dance channel on my YouTube or on my Instagram, and I can post only dance related content over there and grow my page a lot. And then, because I love dancing, I know what people's pulse is, what would what they would like in dance, what kind of post they would like, what they wouldn't like. I would grow my Instagram page. At the end of it, sell it to somebody else, or like I could even use that for somebody who would want to position their thing. You become an influencer. Your page becomes so huge that people want your content to be on there, and they start paying you for that. Becoming niche specific based on your interest is awesome thing, because whether you're in any field, even if you're into a mechanical engineer, initial stages when I was getting into digital marketing, I was completely concentrating on working as cardeco.com. Car
Yeah.
Deco, there is Zig Wheels, there is Volvo. I in fact attended an interview in Volvo where I presented them my plan of how their social media should run, like in Bangalore, not Volvo Switzerland or something, but in Bangalore Volvo. I literally presented them presentation. So I was trying to get into, hey, I'm a mechanical engineer. I'm good at all these signs of like how motor works, how cars work, how sales work, and all that. Let me go sell cars because I understand what happens behind that. And then I slowly figured cars के साथ मेरे में बहुत कुछ, like I really like many other things as well. Then I started transitioning into what is the best thing that I can do. Then I figured that the first results I ever got was for our university, when we had a lot of, I mean, I didn't realize it at that point. When we ran Facebook ads, there were almost 8,000 leads that we got for our MBA college, MBA category students, right? And there were more than 250 people who paid for MBA out of those 8,000. So that's one of the initial successes. Then I figured, okay, what if I just go into education field and create online courses for experts? Let's say you are a life coach, then I create a course around your life coaching, how to meditate, how to do yoga and all that stuff. If you're a fitness coach, I'll create a course for you online. If you guys are interested, my new client from India, he's actually a Pilates trainer. You guys know Pilates, right? The
Yeah.
workout Pilates. Yeah. So he's a Pilates trainer. Now we are building a course for him. Currently, I'm working only on courses online. That's my niche. That's a niche that I chose. But you can choose any niche. If you like restaurants, if you like food, go for restaurants. Initially, I had success with restaurants too. So you can see changing the niche is like changing a t-shirt. You can change it at any point because the psychology, systems, all these things are same, but you need to add your passion into it. That passion is basically the niche. If you love what you do at that point, you become super comfortable and you love what you do, and you'll be happy if you have a niche. That's about it.
That sounds interesting. So it
Yeah.
brings me down to this question, like if you want to be a digital marketer, should you know everything about digital marketing, like in and out, or just like the crux of it? How does it go?
The fact is, nobody in the world knows everything about digital marketing. Nobody knows. I mean, there is no chance they can know because your digital marketing is so huge. Not everybody. See, you need to know the concept of how selling happens, like how a landing page works, how Facebook ads or how Instagram likes that we get, how is that turned into money. That's the whole point of a digital marketer. You need to, it's all about revenue for them. If you understand the concept and then you figured, okay, you know what, this is the way I'm going to run ads and get stuff, you will have to be a part of an equation all the time. You can't be the entire equation. You can't manage everything. For you to get expertise at entire social media, it's going to take some time. For you to get expertise at entire email marketing, it's going to take some time. For funnel building, it's going to take some time. When you learn everything all over the place, not everything is going to be um, what should I say? It's not practically possible. Everybody thinks that everybody wants to know it, but if you know the entire concept of when a ad comes in from here and a sale comes out of here, if you know that concept, that's enough. Then you will fit into one specific thing and you delegate work. You know what? You run Facebook ads. I will manage the landing page. I will manage the payment gateway, and let's get the money rolling. Does it make sense? So that's how things work. You basically can't be everything. You have to delegate work.
Okay, as we're running really short of time, is there something you really want to
Yeah.
show us so that we can quicken up? Like we just have like 25 minutes more. So we
Yeah,
still
sure. You guys want to see how a desktop looks like how work looks like. So if you look at, can you guys see my screen?
yes.
So this is how things look like for a digital marketer. If you whoever is managing stuff, you will have these many tabs on the top, doing different stuff, and you don't know what you are doing at certain aspects. You don't know when you open last things. You will be learning a lot. You will be managing a lot on your Trello board, like which post to go after what, when should be the post going, and how many likes should it have, who is this guy, who is that guy. A lot of things are gonna happen all throughout the time, and you'll be learning a lot, and you will have a lot of Excel sheets like this where you manage, hey, you know what, this is the content calendar, this is the operation sheet that we have to finish today, this is the content calendar, and then this is, if you look at this content calendar here, you will have all the questions like, hey, these are the posts that has to go on Monday. What do you think? What is the format? Who is the owner who has to finish it? And what are the channels it's going on, whether it's going on YouTube, Instagram, all these things, right? There are different kinds of systems you manage on a daily basis. So this is not something you will get as soon as you get out and into the market and start providing services. This comes when you have a proper guidance. That's why I basically feel whenever you're getting into anything about digital marketing, the best way is like make sure you have a lot of make sure you have a mentor. Like you need to have somebody who can guide you, who has gone through that road, telling you, you know what, you shouldn't be doing that. That is the smartest way of getting into digital marketing. If you don't have to have any degree from any institution to get into this thing. You don't have to have any kind of specific thing, but you just have to know what exactly is happening in the business. So there are different kinds of things that you manage on a daily basis. There is a calendar for your stuff. There's a video shoot checklist, what happens on a daily basis. And yeah, so that like this, there are many aspects. And you look at it, there are tools like this in which I'm building a web page for somebody of my client. He's in Singapore right now. Day after tomorrow, we are running ads. If somebody is interested in making money using apps, you should buy his course. So he builds apps and he teaches people how to make apps and all of that. So now I'm launching his course in India, US, not in US, India, Australia, India, Australia, Philippines, and Singapore. Yeah. So this is something that he's launching out there, and I'm editing it, and it's so easy that you can just. It is so easy to build such pages. Like this is literally is like, you know what? After this page, you have to build this. People have to go to this page when they click on one button, and then they have to go to this page when they click on the other button. And things are so pretty simple these days. They're like drag and drop, and you have everything that you would want. Like you go in here, let's say I would want a picture in here. I can literally come and choose a image, and I can click on that, and I can choose what kind of image to be placed, where you have an entire image system. This is software called ClickFunnels, which is my favorite to running ads and all that stuff. Like this is my favorite to have funnels built up. So as soon as I chose the picture, that picture comes in here. Right? It's that simple. You can like lay out pictures, lay out buttons, and you can tell them this button has to lead. This is the action of that button. It has to be a Facebook opt-in, or it has to be a website URL. There are tools have become very lucrative. They're very easy to use, and these are not too hard to use. And you can literally build funnels in no time. You can literally have ads running up. So if you want to see some Facebook ad stuff, is on my other computer that I manage from. But yeah, so this is a software where I get hashtags for our clients' works. Any kind of hashtags you would ever need to publish. This is one of the best hashtag generator. It's a Flick. There is software, and this works. And there, if we have any video editing that has to be done for our ads that we choose, we use this software. This is called frame.io. Here we do all kinds of communication with clients. So there are different kinds of tools we use, different kinds of things we do on a daily basis. You see, so this is the entire video list of what has to go up for approval. These are for approval right now with the client. And this is like, there are 10-minute videos in there. There are docs in there. You finish this. These are the ones which are approved, will move into this particular folder. And whatever in here can be used as posts in Trello board in here. First write this, write that. No, so there are different ways of going about it, guys. But yeah, all these systems at the end of the day, this is how a computer looks like of somebody who is managing digital agency. And yeah, you have a lot of work. You do a lot of responsible activities. Any small thing that you go wrong might lead up to their loss, business owner's loss. So you are kind of responsible, but it's too much fun. It's challenging. It's an awesome place to be in.
Okay, so now that we've had a gist and run through of the entire thing, we'd like to move on to the Q&A session. I think moderator Sanjeevni will take over, and she'll read out the questions so you can answer them audibly.
Yep. Are there any questions though?
There are a lot.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, thank you, Swarup. That was very informative. And so one of the questions was, as a beginner, what are the 5 hacks that I should never forget in digital marketing as a beginner?
5 hacks?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like if you had to, we had to remember something just on our tip, that never forget these points and just start with this. If you have nothing, like I believe like as soon as you start, you cannot, run ads, because not everyone is very ready to pay and everything. So what are the 5 things that, I can just start and I should have it in me?
Okay. So I'm not sure to answer this in a technical aspect or in a personality aspect, right? So 5 aspects that you need to have as a personality is you need to be open for rejection, a lot of rejection when you're getting into these things. And you need to understand this 80 by 20 rule. Out of 80 people you speak to, like 20 people are ready, but they're not even ready to, out of these 100 people, 80 people are not going to purchase your stuff. And in those 20 people, few people are ready and few people are not ready probably. You see, you need to understand that. So there's going to be a lot of rejection. You cannot give up. That's number one thing. If you give up, you don't know where that client of you might get him, that can give you an opportunity when you're starting out. And second thing is, you need to have a mentor. Get a mentor who has actually gone through your path, and see what he's been doing or what she has been doing, and go forward with them. Like, go ask them, hey, what do I do? Like now I'm stuck in this position. What are things I look at? And then I should say, after having a mentor and this, you should be learning all throughout. You have to have discipline in your time. I'm saying this, but yeah, you need to have discipline in your time when you're starting off, because how much time you spend on outreach activities, how much time you spend on learning the concepts that you're trying to learn, it has to be equally distributed. Right now I have like zero time to spend on new learning activities, but I'm trying to take out at least 2 hours a day to learn something new, right? So it's very hard. You need to make sure your time is balanced properly when you're getting in. That's something that you should not forget. Fourth thing would be, I mean, see, I'm talking in a personal aspect, right? You cannot have, you cannot leave it. You cannot business, and you need to have a proper communication system. You have to communicate whether you have messed it up with your client, whether you have done it or not. Every time you get a message, you have to reply them instantly.
Yes.
There are clients who stayed with me because I was letting them know where they are. I was not actually providing them everything, but I was letting them know, you know what, this is not done. I can't get you the website today. It will take tomorrow. Just let them know. Don't ever hide things. Be communicating. Always communicate exactly what is happening to the client. The more you are able to communicate with the client, or the more you are able to communicate with the person who is actually supposed to know what you're doing, you have to be communicating. Fifth thing is, have systems in place. You need to have proper what do you call set of expectations laid out. The client has to have a proper set of expectations on you. You have to have a proper expectations from them, and you need to get payments from them, right? So that has to be cleared upfront. You won't get payments initially. You need to make sure they pay you. For that matter itself, you need to have strong systems in place. There has to be an agreement that goes. There has to be an invoice that actually reaches them every 15 days or every 30 days according to the payment cycle. You need to have your website in place which actually talks about all the terms and conditions, right? These basic systems have to be laid out no matter what. Does that make sense?
Right. Thank you. So there's one question that says, to market a particular product, would you rather prefer a celebrity to support it, or would you rather use people as resource and share it among them?
Sorry, Sanjeevani, I couldn't hear you properly. Can you please repeat?
Okay, I will repeat myself. To market a particular product, would you rather prefer a celebrity to support it, or would you rather use people as a resource and share it among them?
Depends on your budget. If you can afford Amitabh Bachchan, go get Amitabh Bachchan, because you can make more money, right? But it completely depends on budget. As of now, the one who is getting to started right now, right? You can't even think about influencers, but there are certain pages on Instagram and Facebook who will publish your picture if you pay them 500 rupees, who will publish your picture if you pay them 2000 rupees. And because they have probably followers from 10,000 to 20,000, 5,000 to 50,000, and you need to basically gauge. Let's say I post something on this 50,000 rupees, 50,000 followers wala account, right? How many people will get to see my thing? 50,000 people. Out of them, how many conversions can I expect? Probably 100 or 15 or 20 or 30, you don't know. There, you need to fit in your product. If your product price is 500 rupees, and if you sell 4 people after spending 2000 rupees, that means you broke even with your investment. But if you want to be profitable, you would want to sell 10s and 20s and 30s of them in any page where you are. So influencers or any kind of person, like human being or this thing, it completely depends on your budget, depends on your goals, how many you want, how many you don't want, how much you want to reach, how much you don't want to reach, all of that.
Okay. We have an interesting question. If a person is selling smoking accessories, which can't be advertised due to the nature of the goods, what are the alternate ways to promote the business and increase the sales?
Okay, if you want to be selling smoking stuff, but you can't be selling. Is that something that you're asking?
Yeah, but you cannot advertise it due to the nature of the goods.
It's not about the nature of the world. It's at the end of the day policies of the platforms that you're using, right? So they, for example, CBD oils, and there are different kinds of things that you can't actually sell online. You can't sell cigarettes. You can't sell what do you call? There was a time where vapes used to be sold. You can still sell vapes online, but you can't use Facebook ads, or certain platforms won't allow you to publish content around that. Then what happens? You have to find where is the niche. For example, if you can't run Facebook ads, you can ask one of the influencer who has a lot of YouTube following. You can tell him, hey, you know what, use my vape and promote them. That's what you see on YouTube videos. This video is sponsored by that, they tell all this shit, right? That basically is because these companies would have paid them saying, hey, you know what, talk about my product, and I think I can pay you this much if you talk about my product. They can use such kind of influencers. Ask him to send those cigars to Dan Bilzerian. Probably he might just put it out somewhere. Who knows?
Okay. So, as a digital marketer, what are the 3 mistakes I shouldn't be making at all? If you could tell us from
Three
your
mistakes?
experience.
Oh, 3 mistakes. Okay. I mean, see, you should do mistakes, I should say. You must do mistakes, but I'm not trying to glorify failure here. But you should do mistakes. You should not miss mistakes. Do as many mistakes as possible. Because I have done plenty of mistakes. I did mistakes in different ways, but I don't see them as mistakes anymore because they taught me a lot of
Yeah, exactly.
yeah. Because I had, let's say, at a phase, I had a partner who had different kinds of expectations, and he put in money, and I was in debts because of that. I had to pay the money back. There are different things. There are different kinds of learning that you get to learn because of different kinds of mistakes you do in the decisions you take. Better do mistakes. It's okay. Nothing is going to happen. Worst case scenario, you will get back to your mom's house and she will feed you. Yeah, nothing will happen, guys. I see. Also think about dependency, because you guys are just in college. You just want to get out, right? You guys are in good colleges. You guys know what you can possibly do. If somebody is dependent on you, I would suggest be very careful with the decisions you take. Don't do few mistakes, especially while choosing partners, while choosing investments, while choosing savings. Like, you have to save a lot of money. Don't just go ahead and keep buying stuff whatever you like. Like me, I buy a lot of shit. I'm super. I shop things like crazy. So don't keep doing that. These are the things that I've learned. Initially, I did a lot of shopping. As soon as I got some money, I was like, woof, I spend it off like crazy. You shouldn't be spending it. But if I tell you that, you're not going to understand. You're going to do that mistake, and then only you'll realize that thing, and which is the best way of learning. But if you're smart, don't do such stuff. Be careful before you choose such decisions.
Also, we'll be taking 2 more questions and then we can end it. Okay.
Sure.
How can one join your course?
Oh, that's an amazing question. So basically, I am building my course. It is in a beta phase right now. So my course is going to be probably expensive than what I'm selling it at right now. I haven't launched it out there. I'm waiting for my students to see many success, a lot of success. My students, few of them are making $2,000 a month continuously for the past 3 months. And few students have started making $700, $800 per month, $900 per month, which is a lot. Like, as a student, they're just learning. They've been 1.5 months into it. They've started making money. Few people are getting free work and learning a lot of things, learning different concepts and all that stuff. So the best way to get into the group as of now is to connect to me on DMs on my Instagram. I'm an Instagram DM guy. I, in fact, teach how to close deals on DMs as well. So DM me, and from there, I will basically take you forward. I am currently providing my course coaching on a Facebook group where I go live and I teach them. Hopefully, I've been trying to do it every week, but before that, I provide them with enough learning that they can take, so that they understand where they would want to fit in. It takes 1 month of experience for them in the digital marketing space where they want to fit in, whether they want to be the persons who would want to be building websites, whether they want to be the persons who would want to be running ads, or they want to be doing blogs or writing, copywriting, or talking to people on calls or writing emails, different ways, right? So they will understand where they would want to fit in by the end of the first month. Then what I do is I give them my real life work, my real time clients work. I give them, and they, so that they can get real time experience. That is something I'm sure I'm the first guy to be doing in India. I don't know who's doing outside of India, but I'm the first one who's actually providing the real time work of the clients and showing them how things work. And I'll show them the back end of it, what kind of systems I use, what kind of Excel sheets I maintain in order to provide services and all of those. And I teach them that so that they have experience and they can go stronger while closing deals. Closing deals is a very cool thing. Like you're literally telling, they'll be like, I can do $1,000. It'll be like $1,500. Otherwise, I'm not working for you. So, there are different kinds of aspects. It becomes very close because it's not like a LinkedIn profile thing. It's more like a Facebook profile thing. They're all like, they're very peaceful when you close deals naturally. So there are different kinds of aspects. Yeah. So I teach them how to close deals, how to get clients who are looking for such services and get high payments from them, like high paying clients. That means minimum $1,000 per month if you were making from one client. That's what I teach them currently, which is going successfully. And yeah, as I told you, DM me, we will take you there. On my Instagram, Swarup Rao.
And the last question for today is, any specific figure or digital marketer that you follow and is your idol?
Oh yeah, of course. There are tons. There are not one or two. So basically my mentor, like starting from Russell Brunson, Russell Brunson? Russell Brunson, he's the founder of ClickFunnels. Starting from Russell Brunson, there are different levels of mentors for me. If for my Instagram, there's a guy called Jason Capital for the things that I learn. And for my Facebook ads, there is a lady called Julie Stoyan. She taught me Facebook ads. And then for SEO and stuff, I'm learning blogging. I mean, I'm getting into my blog. My blog is going to get out. For that SEO, I'm learning from a 15-year-old boy. So there are different kinds of mentors I work with. But yeah, one person I always follow is... it's Russell Brunson. Russell Brunson, he's the guy who basically turned the entire sales funnel systems and the direct response marketing. He changed it for the entire world. He took it out. Yeah, he's the best.
Okay. Have you heard about Gary Vaynerchuk? Because that's the person I follow.
Gary Vaynerchuk is an influencer. Now, Gary Vaynerchuk is somebody, he's a motivation. Like if I'm like, dude, I don't want to work today, I want to sit and watch a movie, then I open Gary Vaynerchuk. Okay, let's get back to work. You see? So that kind of feeling you get when you watch Gary Vaynerchuk. But Gary Vaynerchuk, it's a huge mindset. He had investments when he came in. I mean, he had good amount of good amount of exposure because he was in New York and his father had a wine library and all that. But I should say, I am from a small town in Andhra Pradesh, dude. Literally, unless I came to Bangalore, I didn't even know how to speak English. I didn't know that people will speak English all the time. It's a different deal altogether. But Gary Vaynerchuk is a different deal. He had a lot of pressure because he was a Russian. He was an immigrant in US, and he knew what he wanted to do. He's very motivated. But I didn't learn something specific from him. I learned to be motivated from him. He's the kind of mentor who you have to watch his content.
Yeah.
He's amazing when it comes to contextual stuff. He knows what is a context work, how publishing has to happen and all of that. You can look at it, but he's not teaching it in specific ways to client. He's not doing any kind of online coaching or something. So he can't be your direct mentor, but you learn from him. But this guy, Russell Brunson, he every 2 months, 3 months, he teaches me some of the new other things. I purchase courses from him. You won't believe me, I would have spent more than $12,000 to $13,000 in purchasing these courses and learning stuff. So yeah, there is a lot of learning out there. But yeah, mentors, many mentors.
Okay. Thank you so much, Swarup, for your time and such a great experience you all had. And you asked so many questions and it was so interactive. Thank you so much, Swarup.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for having me. First of all, thanks to Rotaract Club, Alliance University, Mount Carmel College, and Pranavi especially. She got in touch with me and she was like, "Swarup, will you do this?" I was like, "Dude, it's my own college, part of college event. You see, I really feel proud about being here. So it's a great opportunity for me too. Thanks a lot for having me. Actually, I'm super pumped.
Thank you so much, Swarup.
No problem. Have a great day, guys. Everyone have a great year. If you want to get in touch with me, just Instagram. Swarup Rao DG. DM me. I'm actually open for a lot of speaking. I annoy a lot on my stories and all that. But yeah, follow me there.
It was
Just,
amazing to have you. And it's been like really the whole journey, like you've taught us, like from the ups and downs to Russell Branson to how Amitabh Bachchan, the Dairy Milk, and all of the things led us a good way. We're really glad to have you, and it was a successful one. I would like to hand over to the Rotractor Aditya to end the event.
Sure.
Swarup, just drop in your IG tag or something. I'll put it here and I'll put it on the YouTube as well, so that
In the chat.
Yeah, just put it in the chat so that I'll
Okay,
put
there
it
you
in
go.
the.
I think you can just go to my website swarupraudg.com.
Yeah, just put one of your contacts and we'll share it on the YouTube as well.
There you go. I hope that works as a link. I don't think that's working as a link. Anyway, you just have to copy it, guys, like swarupraudg.com. That website was made long ago and I didn't have time to work on my own branding, so don't judge me. And my new website is gonna be up soon. Okay, and you can go onto my LinkedIn, my Instagram. That's where I'm more alive. On my Facebook profile. By the way, my Facebook profile is the place where I make money. So see how Facebook profiles are. You can see how things are. Yeah.
So just to confirm once again, it's Swarup Rao DG, so you know where to go.
Swarup Rao DG at the rate. swarupraudg.com. Like, if you want to email me, swarup@swarupraudg.com. Let me put that email.
Yeah.
My social media links in there too. Cool.
Yes.
swarupraudg.com.
Okay. So,
Yep.
this is like the official thanking you from Mount Carmel College and from Alliance University. The Rotaract Club board. I have been really amazed to have you for sharing your experience and taking out the time for us. And to satiate our limited knowledge in digital marketing, we knew that it is a huge branch and it's an umbrella term for a lot of things. But today you cleared it out for us, and we're nothing but grateful to you for that. And we sure hope to reach out to you and get in touch with you. So thank you so much.
Sure. I'm always open for anything. Even if you don't want to purchase my course, it's okay. Just say hi. I'm open like that.
But can we move on to vote of thanks?
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I would like to thank every member of Mount Carmel College for collaborating with us for this event, Keeping in Touch, the third and final event of Keeping in Touch. But I also want to thank every member of Rotaract Club of Alliance University for making the whole series of Keeping in Touch possible. And thank you, Swarup, for giving us an insight on digital marketing.
It was my pleasure, Pranavi. Thanks a lot for having me.
Oh, hello. Yeah, so back to my presidential duties. This event is now drawn to a close. So this meeting is adjourned. Thank you everyone for joining us, and hope to see you guys soon for our next events and projects. Thank you for being here. We are done with this event. Thank you.
Bye guys. Have a great
Thank you.
day.
Bye bye.
See you guys.